You decide to get back on track, to finally take control of your health. You prepare what you've been told is the perfect healthy meal. A massive bowl filled with fresh spinach, cucumber slices, cherry tomatoes, maybe a small skinless chicken breast grilled without a drop of oil. You eat it all, you feel physically full. Your stomach is literally stretched from the sheer volume of water and fiber. And yet, less than an hour later, you find yourself back in the kitchen, opening the pantry, feeling oddly irritable. You are not bored. You are not emotional. You are hungry, real hunger. And you start looking for something. Anything. Crunchy, salty, or sweet. This is the moment where most people assume they've failed. They think they lack discipline. They think they're addicted to food, or that they were simply born with a sweet tooth. But this is not a failure of character. What you're experiencing is a biological response. Your body is protesting, not because you ate too much, but because you didn't give it what it actually needed. At Simple Fuel, we call this the healthy hunger paradox. You filled your stomach, but you failed to fuel your system. To understand why this happens, we need to stop thinking about food as a pile of calories and start seeing it as a communication system. Your body doesn't just count energy, it listens for signals. Hunger is not controlled by a single mechanism. It's controlled by multiple overlapping systems designed to keep you alive, functional, and alert. The first system is mechanical. Your stomach is equipped with stretch receptors, also known as mechanoreceptors. When you eat a large volume of food, especially food high in water and fiber, these sensors activate and send a signal through the vagus nerve to your brain, saying, "We are physically full. Stop eating." This is why a huge salad or even a large glass of water can make you feel stuffed in the short term. Your stomach is stretched and your brain responds accordingly. But this system is only half of the story. The second system is chemical, and it is far more honest. Located primarily in the small intestine, these chemical sensors don't care about volume. They analyze what the food is made of. They are scanning for amino acids from protein, fatty acids from fats, and glucose from carbohydrates. When these nutrients arrive, they trigger a cascade of hormonal signals that tell your brain the body has been properly fed. Here's the problem. When you eat a massive fat-free salad with minimal protein and almost no energy density, your mechanoreceptors say full, but your chemical sensors say we're still missing fuel. Your brain receives conflicting information, and when that happens, it trusts chemistry over volume. Within minutes, physical fullness is overridden, and hunger returns, often stronger than before. It's like filling your car's gas tank with water. The gauge says full, but the engine doesn't run. This brings us to one of the most misunderstood components of nutrition, dietary fat. For decades, fat has been portrayed as the enemy. We've been told it clogs arteries, slows metabolism, and leads directly to weight gain. As a result, many people instinctively remove fat from their meals in the name of health. Light dressings, fat-free yogurt, dry-grilled chicken. But biologically, this is one of the fastest ways to sabotage satiety. Dietary fat is the primary trigger for one of the most powerful satiety hormones in the human body, cholecystokinin, or CCK. When fats and proteins enter the digestive tract, CCK is released. This hormone does two critical things. First, it sends a direct signal to the brain's satiety center saying, "We've had enough." Second, it slows down gastric emptying. This means food stays in the stomach longer, prolonging fullness and stabilizing energy levels. Without fat, food moves through your digestive system rapidly. You may feel full for a short period due to volume, but that fullness fades quickly. When you remove fat from a meal, you remove the biological handbrake that tells your body to stop searching for food. Hunger isn't a flaw here. It's the predictable outcome of incomplete signaling. But hunger doesn't stop at the stomach. There is another layer most people never consider: cellular hunger. Your body doesn't just need calories, it needs micronutrients to run its metabolic machinery. Every unit of energy your mitochondria produce requires minerals and vitamins like magnesium, B vitamins, zinc, iron, and potassium. If your diet lacks diversity, even if it looks healthy on the surface, your cells may still be undernourished. This is why monotonous diets often fail. The classic combination of chicken, broccoli, and brown rice looks clean, but eaten every day, it can create subtle nutrient gaps. Your brain is remarkably good at detecting these deficiencies. When you crave chocolate, it may not be about sugar. It may be your body seeking magnesium. When you crave salty foods, it may be an electrolyte imbalance. Cravings are not random. They are signals. Your gut microbiome also plays a role here. The trillions of bacteria living inside your digestive system depend on what you eat. Feed them limited, repetitive inputs, and the ecosystem weakens. An unhealthy microbiome can actively influence your cravings, pushing you toward the foods that allow certain bacteria to thrive. You are not just eating for yourself. You are feeding an internal ecosystem that communicates directly with your brain. Then there's the issue of so-called healthy carbohydrates, rice cakes, low-fat crackers, 100-calorie snack packs. On paper, they look like smart choices. In reality, many of these foods are metabolically aggressive. Because they are highly processed or puffed, their fiber structure is destroyed. Your body converts them into glucose almost instantly. This causes a rapid spike in insulin, the hormone responsible for storing energy. Insulin is a one-way switch. When it's high, your body is in storage mode and cannot access stored body fat for fuel. When blood sugar rises quickly and then drops below baseline, a phenomenon known as reactive hypoglycemia occurs. Your brain interprets this drop as an emergency and triggers intense hunger for fast energy. That healthy snack in the afternoon often sets the stage for an evening binge. This isn't a weakness, it's physiology. There's also a psychological layer that cannot be ignored. Behavioral scientists call it the licensing effect. When you force yourself to eat food you don't enjoy because it's healthy, you build psychological tension. You feel deprived, and deprivation creates entitlement. Later, when willpower is low, the brain seeks compensation. Pleasure matters. Dopamine is released when food is both nourishing and satisfying. If a meal provides nutrients but no enjoyment, the brain remains in a seeking state. This is hedonic hunger. It's the reason you can be physically full and still feel like something is missing. Meals that lack flavor, texture, and satisfaction are rarely sustainable. So how do we fix this the simple fuel way? We stop dieting and start building meals with intention. We shift from restriction to what we call satiety architecture. Every meal should be designed to communicate safety and sufficiency to your biology. First, protein. Not a token amount. A meaningful portion, roughly 30 to 40 grams per meal. Protein is the most satiating macronutrient. It triggers hormones like peptide YY that tell your brain you're done for several hours. Second, fiber-rich vegetables, but not just lettuce. Think structure. Roasted broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower. Foods that take time to break down and support mechanical fullness over longer periods. Third, fat. Not feared, not avoided, intentionally added. Olive oil, avocado, nuts, seeds. Fat completes the signal. It tells your body the mission is accomplished. When meals are built this way, hunger becomes predictable, manageable, and calm. Not chaotic, not urgent. If your healthy lifestyle feels like a constant battle against hunger, the problem is not your discipline. It's your strategy. You're filling your stomach, but starving your cells. You're chasing lightness instead of nourishment. At Simple Fuel, we believe health should feel stable, not punishing. Your body is not an enemy to conquer. It's a high-performance system that responds perfectly when you speak its language. Stop eating light. Start eating right. Stop counting every calorie and start understanding the signals that actually matter. Nourish the brain that controls the body, and the rest follows.